The best of Maybelline. Hi, I'm Laura Ray, and today we're going to talk about one brand, Maybelline. They have made so many products over the years that have been phenomenal. They are my go-to drugstore brand, especially for mascara. So we're going to talk about this full face today and start off with hydrating the lips with one of the best glosses I feel of all time. One of my favorite products that Maybelline's ever come out with are the lifter glosses. I am in love. They've come out with new shades. I have two of them. In the video here, I'm wearing this shade, which is number 23, Sweetheart. I love these coral shades they're coming out with, and this is a great way to wear coral if you don't want your lips to be too bold, because it has some color, yet it's very soft looking. And then I also bought Bubblegum, a really beautiful pink shade. But I like to start my makeup routine by really hydrating the lips. Now, my next step is get that primer on, and I can't believe that I have been missing out on the baby skin. I tried this when it first came out, and I really didn't like it. I guess because my skin was different then, it was a lot more oily. This is a silicone primer that I use to fill in my fine lines and pores. And a technique I like to do is take the fine line and sort of stretch it and really get into the line. Wow, this really helped for the center line that I have in my forehead. I couldn't believe it. This is so super affordable and works amazingly. Maybelline just came out with a brand new brow gel, their Tattoo Studio Brow Styling Gel. I will list all of my shades in the description of the video. It has a tiny spoolie just like the Benefit. I've bought the Benefit before, and this is really tiny just like that. And I really love the way this looks. It seems to thicken my brow. Another brow product that I love from Maybelline, I've talked about a whole bunch, is their Express Brow. And what I actually love this for is eyeliner. This works great because it's a really soft pencil. I like the shade, I believe it's blonde. I really love this pencil because it reminds me so much of the Charlotte Tilbury brow pencil she has that's a powder pencil. And what I like about it is what's in this little end cap. You take the sponge here and you sort of twirl it in here, and there's actually like a gel in here. And this works great for defining the under eyes. You can go right under the eyes and really make them pop. I've also used the pencil part for eyeliner. Of course, it works great in the brows too, but this is one of those pencils I can use for liner, brow, and really get a beautiful smoky look. Let's talk about eyeliner pencils. My favorite is the Tattoo Studio Smoky. The shade itself is a smoked out shade. So it's not that you're diffusing it with this end, because it does have a sponge on the end. It's the actual shade that looks smoky. So I bought it in the brown shade called Smoky Brown. They have one that's charcoal I love. And this just glides on so easily, stays on nicely all day. It's my go-to pencil when I want a smoky look. Another one that I love is the Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil Liner. This is in the shade Striking Navy. I love navy liner for making the eyes pop. So if you want the whites of your eyes and the color of your eyes to really pop, navy's a great shade. And this is a fantastic pencil. You all have heard me go on and on about the Maybelline Sky High, so I didn't want to use that today. I wanted to use a different mascara that I'm also enjoying. I went ahead and put the Sky High primer because it's such a unique product. It is a black primer, and when I put it on, as I've said before, I almost feel like I don't need a mascara. It's that great. But I went in with the brand new Falsies Surreal. I really enjoy this mascara. The only thing I would warn you about is if you have smaller eyes. My daughter, my oldest daughter, has a very small eye space, and I can't imagine her using a brush that big. This is really gigantic, where the Sky High goes more to a point. It's a thinner brush. I could see using this on my daughter if I was doing her makeup, which I've done for events that she's gone to, but this brush is just way too big for that. But if you have a large enough eye space and you can get back into the lashes, I love the formula of this, but again, the brush is a little big. My favorite Maybelline foundation is the Super Stay. This is a 30-hour foundation. I never need 30 hours, but it lasts my whole school day, looks great on the skin. Now, I would not recommend this for dry skin. I feel like it dries down and is a drier formula than other foundations that I wear. So if you have combo skin like I do, or you have super oily skin, this might be the answer to your prayers. Now today I'm mixing it with a setting spray that one of you recommended. Recently, a subscriber said, Laura, if you want a good replacement for, say, Charlotte Tilbury's setting spray, something with a more luminous look, then she recommended the Maybelline Glass Spray. This was super difficult to find. This is a product that's been out quite a while, and I could not find it in store. So I ordered it through Amazon. I love mixing it. Now, another thing you can do is take your setting spray like this and always shake it up good. These kind of products tend to separate, and spray it on your sponge, whatever sponge you use, and then just go over at the end. I like to layer my setting spray, so I will often mix it. If I know I'm going to be out for a long period of time and I really need my makeup to last, I'll mix it with my foundation and then maybe even do another coat like this at the end. Especially with the humidity we have here in Florida, it tends to make makeup melt very quickly. So I really enjoyed this. I appreciate your recommendations. I love when you send me those. And this seems to really make the makeup look beautiful and is perfect for keeping it on all day. I didn't have a primer for the eyes from Maybelline, so I decided to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the neutralizer. I love this concealer. It is a concealer, but you can use it as a primer. And if you have super oily lids, that probably won't work for you. I know when I had very oily lids most of my life, I had to use something really super strong hold. But now with my eyes being older and not quite as emollient, I find that the Maybelline is just perfect. This neutralizer can be used all over the face to get rid of discoloration. For concealer today, I'm using the multi-use concealer in my shade, and I'll have to list it because, again, a lot of the packaging, they do not list the shades on them. So I have to go back even sometimes into my orders to see what shade did I order. For those of you that don't normally watch my channel, I'm on the end of light shades in most foundations, sometimes the first shade of medium. So I have bought those over and over again, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and I feel like it's a fantastic buy and it's a great concealer. For my cheeks today, I wanted to use this palette. It's the Master Contour Palette. It is fantastic because you get a beautiful contour, blush, and highlighter all in one for such an affordable price. Now, I do want to mention, you'll see that this just warms up my skin. To me, it's not a true contour, but I still love it. It's great for travel because if you're going away, the packaging is very sturdy. It's not going to break on you, and you'll have 3 products all in one. Now, I've bought several, and I'll show you. Lots of blushes, lots of Fit Me blushes. These are so affordable. I think on Amazon, most of them are $5 or less. And they're just so gorgeous on the skin. They last for hours. So this Maybelline Fit Me line, I think, is fantastic. I have several of the Maybelline singles, and I wanted to talk about singles. I love them. Sometimes when I am busy and have so much on my mind, I don't want to mess with mixing a lot of shadows. So I'll grab one and maybe do what I did today, which is just dampen my brush. I just washed my brushes last night and they were still damp, and I thought, let's roll with that. I often will do that. I'll dampen the brush and get more of a cream look to the shadow. Now today I went in with Dusty Rose, such a beautiful shade. It's got a bit of a corally look to it and a little gold mixed into it. I think it makes a great one-eye look. Another one that I love is this one, which is Nude Glow. And I decided to add a little bit of this on the edge of the eye. But these shadows are so affordable. Another shade I've used quite a bit is the Glow Down. And a lot of people at one point on YouTube were also using this as a highlighter. Let's just try that. It has a real golden look to it. Wow, that's very pretty. Reminds me of the Laura Geller Glow product she has that's very golden. But that adds a little luminosity to the skin. I love mixing these shades. You can, if you have some and you go, wow, I haven't used these singles in a while, open up a few of them and mix them together. But these are great shadows. They have a satin finish, so they're not glittery. You don't get any fallout on the eyes of glitter under the eyes or anything like that. They're a satin finish, and I think they're absolutely stunning. Now we're going to get on to my favorite topic, lipstick. Maybelline has so many different lipstick textures, just colors. They are amazing. I think they have probably I know they have one of the most extensive lines at the drugstore. For the bullet lipstick, one of my all-time favorite shades is Pink and Proper. I will often mix it with other lipsticks. I'll put it in the center of the lip to add a little fullness, luminosity, but I think it's a beautiful shade. It's number 20, Pink and Proper. Another one I've bought more than once is Romantic Rose. I love this paired with a lip liner. It's a little light, I feel, on my lips on its own, but I will often pair a little deeper lip liner, blend it really nicely, and it looks gorgeous. That's a favorite fall shade. I tend to wear that one a lot in the fall. Another one that's my go-to in the fall is Touch of Spice. This is more of a matte finish. It's number 660, by the way, and it doesn't look matte. It has such a diffused look. It never makes my lips look like they have a lot of lines in them. I love the formula that Maybelline came up with for this line. And this is a favorite shade. I know it's a dupe for some MAC shade. I can't remember which one offhand, but I've talked about it before. And this is super affordable, of course. Now, one I've also repurchased are these. I have multiples of these, the ink crayons. What I love for these is I can put it on and not even think about lipstick for hours. These really last. This is the shade Lead the Way, number 15. It does have the little sharpener on the end, which is great because you can keep a nice point to it. So you really don't need a lip pencil when you use this. You can go around the edges of the lips super easily. I've purchased many shades of the Superstay Matte Ink also. It goes on, makes my lips look smooth. I never feel it dries out my lips. I've tried many that have, trust me. This one doesn't. You can always put a gloss on top. If you want longevity and for the lipstick to last for hours and hours, then I would say just apply it on its own. One last lip product, the Vinyl. This is gorgeous. I love it. I have it on here, and let me tell you, it just looks so smooth, so shiny. You don't need any gloss. You don't have to wear multiple lip products. It's just one and done. I really like that the wand has a little point to it and the way it's bent makes it super easy to apply. But this lasts so long, and you really keep that shine. It looks to me like you're wearing a gloss even when you're not. So this is my go-to product when I want longevity and shine. Those are my favorites. Let me know yours in the comments. And if you like this kind of video where it's one brand, let me know that too, because I have other brands in my stash where I have a full face of makeup and I can share with you my experience. These Maybelline products, most of them except for the mascara, that's a brand new product, and the brows. These two are very new. All of the rest I've used over and over again. So I feel like I can give you a lot of good feedback on tips, such as not buying the foundation if you have dry skin. So I appreciate and love you all so much. Thank you for shopping my links. Everything's in the description of the video as always. I love you. I hope you have a blessed week, and I'll see you soon.